Let us all welcome our host for today's program, Dr. Melfred Hernandez, together with Dr. Emily Dicolet.
Good morning to UP Manila and to all our friends as we celebrate the 42nd anniversary of the Health Sciences Center and the 39th UP Manila Day. I am Dr. Melfred Hernandez, Director of the Office of Alumni Relations, co-chair of this year's Foundation Celebration Committee, and one of your hosts for today.
At ako naman po, si Dr. Emily D. Dicolet, mula sa Pambansang Sentro ng Pagsasanay ng Guro sa mga Propesyong Pangkalusugan.
Mawalang galang na po, Doc Ems. Yung Pambansang Sentro ng ito rin po ba yung
Tama ka, Doc Mel.
Okay.
Ito yung National Teacher Training Center for the Health Professions. Ikaw naman, kakasimula pa lang natin. Nasindak ka agad eh. Pambungad na pananalita ko pa lamang ito bilang isa sa mga takapagpadaloy sa okasyong ito.
Hindi naman, Doc Ems. Napakasarap ng pakinggan at banggitin gamit ang ating napakagandang wika. Isang hamon nito sa akin upang sanayin ang aking sarili sa pagbigkas ng, pakinggan mo to, Pambansang Sentro ng Pagsasanay ng Guro sa mga Propesyong Pangkalusugan. Okay ba? Ito ang magiging tugon ko sa hamon mo, Doc Ems, at hamon ko sa aking sarili.
Tama ka riyan, Doc Mel. No? That's the spirit. Tulad ng tugon sa hamon ng panahon ng Universidad ng Pilipinas, Manila. Kaya sa kabila ng ating kinakaharap na pandemya, walang makakapigil sa atin upang ipagpatuloy ang pagkilala sa mga natatanging kawani at retirado ng ating universidad. Kahit na sa platapormang ganito lamang, isang virtual, no? At sa pangalawang pagkakataon
na.
Doc Mel.
Yes, all our dear 240 service awardees, 10 Gawad Chancellor awardees, and 27 retirees, even beyond their retirement, are movers and stalwarts and shepherded their units, sections, and departments and colleges into the glory that is now 113 years of the University of the Philippines, 39 years of UP Manila, and 42 years, wow, of our being the National Health Services Center. Especially with the uncertainties and challenges that the university and the whole country are now facing with the pandemic. Now, let its official choir, the UP Manila Chorale, again remind us all about the greatest shepherd of them all, the shepherd of our soul, and about this land of the rising sun we are all serving and dying for.
Ang lahat po ay inaanyayahang tumindig para sa doksolohiya at manatiling nakatayo pagkatapos nito upang sabay-sabay nating awitin ang pambansang awit. Ipinapaalala po sa lahat na atin pong ilapat ang ating kanang kamay sa ating kaliwang dibdib ng may paggalang habang inaawit ang lupang hinirang.
Shepherd of my soul, I give you full control. Wherever you may lead, I will follow. I have made the choice to listen to your voice wherever you may lead. I will go. stand o'er a valley dark and deep. The shepherd of my soul will be my guide. Bayang magiliw, pero silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuwid ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiin. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simula, sa langit mong bughaw, may bigat ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang sisap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagbibinig. Ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang may magdidilim. Lupa ng araw na may hakit pagsinta, huwag langit sa piling mo. Ang hindi kaya dapat may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Thank you for the beautiful and uplifting voices and music of the UP Manila Chorale. We now call on our tireless, energetic, and visionary Chancellor, Dr. Carmencita David Padilla, to share her welcome message to the entire UP Manila community and our awardees and retirees' loved ones.
Pagbati sa ating lahat sa okasyon ng isa na namang paggugunita ng taon ng pagkakatatag ng Health Sciences Center bilang autonomous campus ng UP System at pagkakapangalang muli nito bilang UP Manila. Nakikiisa tayo sa mga guro, kawani, mag-aaral, opisyal at alumni na nagbubunyi sa pagdiriwang na ito. Nangingibabaw sa ating di lamang ang pagmamahal natin sa UP at UP Manila, pati na ang marubdob nating pagmamahal sa ating bansa. 42 taon na ang nakaraan. Nang maging autonomous ang UP Manila, nakilala pa noon bilang Health Sciences Center sa bisa ng Executive Order 519, may petsang Enero 24 sa taong 1979. Ika-22 naman ng Oktubre sa taong 1982 sa ilalim ng Executive Order No. 4 nung ito ay pinangalanang UP Manila bilang pagtalima sa sistema ng pagpapangalan ng mga autonomous campuses ng UP ayon sa lokasyon at geograpya. Ang dalawang mahalagang yugtong ito ng kasaysayan ng ating universidad ang ginugunita natin sa virtual na programang ito tuwing huling linggo ng Oktubre kada taon. Itinuturing nating kakaiba, ngunit mas makahulugan ang huling 2 taon ng pagdiriwang. Matindi ang pandemya dahil nilalabanan pa natin ang mga epekto nito hanggang ngayon. Gayunpaman, napatunayan na kaya pa nating gawing mas matindi at mas buo ang ating pagkakaisa. Kakayahan, tibay, bilis at paggamit ng siyensya sa pangkalahatan. Tuloy-tuloy at makabuluhang tugon sa lahat ng mga naging epekto ng pandemya. Nakikita ang mga katangiang ito sa ating pagbibigay aral, pananaliksik, at lalong-lalo na sa pagbibigay serbisyo sa bayan. Nagampanan natin ang lahat ng ito dahil marahil sa malawak na ang ating nalakbay at dinanas upang mapagtagumpayan ang bawat hamon at mapagwagian ang iba't ibang krisis. Napanday na ang dekadang karanasan at pagpupunyagi ang ating universidad. Pinalakas tayo ng hamon ng bawat panahon at hinubog ng mga pagsubok. Sa simula pa lamang, ang makabuluhan at mahusay na pagtugon sa hamon ng panahon na tema ng ating pagdiriwang ay likas na sa UP Manila. Mula sa paghihilom at paggagamot ng mga may sakit at nasaktan noong World War II, hanggang sa pagpapagaan sa mga epekto ng epidemyang nangyari noong bago pa lamang ito, at sa patuloy na malawak at malaking pagsagot sa pandemya, kakaiba ang ambag ng UP Manila. Sa larangan ng kalusugan, katatagan, at pagbangon ng bayan sa pamamagitan ng pinakauna, malikhain, at makabuluhang programa at serbisyo, tayo ay lutang di lamang sa bansa, kundi sa iba't iba pang malayong lugar. Ipinagdiriwang natin ngayon ang naging bunga ng ating pagkakaisa at tagumpay sa larangan ng pagtuturo, pananaliksik, pagsasanay at serbisyong publiko. Binabati ko ang ating mga guro, mananaliksik, extension workers, at mga kampyong pangkalusugan. Sinanay ng UP Manila dito sa bansa at sa buong daigdig. Saan man kayo pinunla, nawa lalo kayong yumabong at magpayabong ng kakayahan tungo sa pagbangon at kaunlaran. Generations of Filipinos have exemplified the university's ideals and tenets of excellence, relevance, leadership, and service. Every year, this celebration highlights their devoted and genuine service to our university and the larger community. For the year 2021, in behalf of our members, I congratulate the 10 Gawad Chancellor Awardees in different categories, the 27 retirees, and the 240 service awardees for this year. I pray that our history of rising triumphantly to meet all the challenges through your and your forerunners' noble deeds will fortify our resolve for UP Manila to be steadfast in its vision of serving the Filipinos well, pandemic or no pandemic. May the God Almighty continue to bless each one in our community with health and protection, and our dear university with wisdom and strength always. Mabuhay ang UP Manila, mabuhay tayong lahat.
Maraming salamat po, Chancellor Padilla. Tunay ngang makapukaw sigla ang mensahe na ating napakinggan mula sa ating butihing Chancellor. Ngayon naman ay ating tawagin sa ating virtual na entablado si Dr. Armando C. Crisostomo, ang ating Vice Chancellor for Research, upang ipakilala ang ating panauhing tagapagsalita.
Makabuluhang umaga sa inyong lahat. Mahal na Chancellor Carmencita Padilla, mga kasama kong Vice Chancellor, mga dekano ng iba't ibang kolehiyo, Director Gap Legaspi at ibang mga direktor ng UP Manila at higit sa lahat, mga kasama naming kawani na pinararangalan sa umagang ito sa UP Manila. Ang ating panauhing pandangal na aking ipapakilala ay isa sa mga hinahangaan naming guro ni na Chancellor Padilla, ni na VC Arlene, nung estudyante pa po kami. Unang pasok niya sa klase ay kaagad niya nakilala ang sarili niya. Ang sabi niya, ako si Dr. Cornelio Banaag. Or you can call me Dr. Corny. So siyempre, natawa na kami lahat doon. At naging relax na kaagad ang atmosphere noon sa kanyang klase, no? Siya kasama ni Dr. Lulu Ignacio at ni Dr. Lourdes Vera Lapus ay masasabi namin tinatawag namin Big Three ng Department of Psychiatry sa College of Medicine. He had this friendly, easygoing demeanor. Hindi pa uso ang pagiging student-friendly, ay friendly na siya sa amin, mga estudyante. Ito siguro ang dahilan kung bakit marahil sa aming klase ni Chancellor, ang class of 1981, kung bibilangin mo kung saang specialty pinakamarami, kasama na pati yung mga nagpuntahan ng Amerika, ang pinakamarami sa amin ay nagpakadalubhasa sa psychiatry. But do not let that very friendly, easygoing demeanor deceive you. Because behind that is a very accomplished person. Siya ay nagtapos ng AB in History, magna cum laude sa UP Diliman, MD sa College of Medicine natin, nag-residency sa Psychiatry sa PGH at nag-fellowship sa Child and Adolescent Psychiatry sa Massachusetts sa Amerika. Bukod sa kanyang katanyagan, bilang isang kilalang authority in child and adolescent psychiatry sa buong bansa at sa iba't iba pang bahagi ng mundo, mas kahanga-hanga ang pagbuhos ng panahon ni Dr. Banaag sa iba't ibang advokasya. Hindi pa uso din ang pagbibigay pansin sa problema natin sa mental health issues ay naging tagapagtaguyod na siya ng Philippine Mental Health Association na siya ang kasalukuyang Pangulo. Naging malalim din ang kanyang pagtulong sa iba't ibang organisasyon na tumutulong upang mapabuti ang kalagayan ng mga refugee at iba pang mga uprooted people o yung tinatawag natin ngayon mga baguhin. Siya ay nakilala dahil tumitira pa siya mismo sa iba't ibang mga refugee camp. Siya ay kasapi din sa Kaisang Buhay, isang NGO na tumutulong naman sa mga disadvantaged families at mga batang nangangailangan ng adoption. Kasama din ang ating panauhin sa iba't ibang organisasyon na nagbibigay tulong sa mga batang lansangan o yung tinatawag nating street children. Siya ngayon ay isang professor emeritus ng Kolehiyo ng Medisina matapos magretiro after nearly 40 years of service to the university. Siya ay pinarangalan ng iba't ibang award. Hindi ko na mabilang po at babanggitin lahat. Pero pinakamalaga siguro ang Lifetime Distinguished Award mula sa UP Alumni Association. Ngayon, mga 20 taon na ang nakalilipas mula sa kanyang pagre-retiro, nananatiling aktibo sa pagtuturo at pagkikibaka at pagtulong sa kapwa si Dr. Banaag sa kanyang mga advokasya. Kaya parang halos hindi po siya, kung inyong titingnan, at mapapanood ay hindi po siya tumatanda. Kaya mga kasama po sa UP Manila, isang malaking karangalan para sa akin at salubungin natin ng isang tinatawag na virtual na palakpak ang pagpapakilala sa ating panauhing pangdangal at tagapagsalita, si Dr. Cornelio Banaan.
Thank you very much, Armand, for that very kind introduction. I'm extremely happy to be back to a place I call home. Thank you very much for inviting me to this very important occasion. Now, we all know that this pandemic descended upon us, and we are now going 2 years, entering the third year of the pandemic. How is the Filipino family surviving? Are we simply surviving or thriving? This, in effect, will be the content of this lecture, COVID-19 pandemic and the Filipino family. The Philippines always ranks somewhere in the top in every yearly global end-of-year survey in terms of the happiest countries in the world. In 2018, we ranked as number 3. And in the same year, we also ranked number 3 in the World Risk Index of disaster-prone countries in the world. And yet we remain happy. Look at this lady on the right picture, on the left picture. She's trying to rebuild a home that was destroyed by Typhoon Ulysses, but she smiles at the camera like saying, the typhoon can destroy my home, but it will not destroy my spirit. Look at those 2 kids with the father in an evacuation center after the Marawi seeds in Lanao del Sur. Smiling, both children and father smiling at the camera. What makes us all these happy people? We have the worst traffic in Southeast Asia. In fact, the 9th worst in the world. And yet we always find reason to smile. Look at all these kids. They must have braved the traffic, but they're still all smiling. The Filipinos are therefore known as a happy, resilient people. What made us to become happy, resilient people in the face of all the adversities and the problems that we encounter as a nation, and especially when pandemics and disasters visit us? 2 words that begin with F. Family is one. The other is faith. The Filipino family is the foundation of our social and psychological development. We are really hardly ever a nuclear family because of close familial relationships that go beyond genetic connections or bloodlines. There's always reason to celebrate, whether it's Lolo's birthday or Lola's birthday or the birthday of one of the little kids. There's always a celebration. There's food on the table, a lot of laughter, and notice the kids are not kept away in their rooms to stay quiet. They are part of the celebration. Is this experience then encoded in their genes? How come when they grow up, they repeat the same things? Well, maybe yes. They grow up with good memories of happy events, and therefore they grow up happy in spite of all the adversities. And then the world over, the Filipino faith is very well known. We have a very strong faith in God, whether we call that God Jesus Christ, the Son of God, or Allah. Our faithfulness and hopefulness keep us kind, positive, peaceful, and determined to achieve our dreams. Then the darkness descended upon us in 2020 when the pandemic was announced, and then restrictions began to appear. Quarantine, ECQ, enhanced community quarantine, now called by different alert levels. The Filipinos became less happy, as shown in that year's Gallup survey. Why? There is a lot of unhappiness. There's a lot of elevation of mental health problems, not only among the adults, but especially among young people, for many reasons. But all these different reasons can be summarized by two words: uncertainty and isolation. When we admit that everything is so uncertain, that's actually admitting we have lost control over our lives. When we go out to the grocery for basic needs or the pharmacy, one of our worries, will I get it? We are so uncertain. And what will happen if I get it? What will happen to my family? So uncertain. A young boy crying to the mother saying, when can I play with my friends? Why can't I go to school and meet with my friends? And mommy will say, anak, after the pandemic, kailan yan mangyayari, mami? I don't know, anak, di ko alam. So uncertainty. And teenagers languishing in their bedroom, having a lot of mental health issues, wishing they could go out but could not, and doesn't know when they will really be able to go out and play basketball again and have fun with their peers. So uncertainty. Isolation is also another big word. This is something Filipinos find very difficult, knowing that we are the capital texting city of the world. Uh, Isolation have brought a lot of sadness, anxiety, grief, and anger. Then we are made to live the Filipino new normal, whatever that is, because it is constantly shifting normal. But there are certain features in this new normal that bring about a lot of distresses. One is when the school migrated to home distance learning, changing the context of schooling for both parents and their children. I thought the young people will be very happy because they have this digital at their fingertips. But they're all very unhappy. They're missing school, they're missing their friends, whether in grade school, high school, or college. They're missing face-to-face experience, the fun of joking around, eating together with their peers. This is particularly difficult to young children, grade schoolers, and high schoolers because of developmental needs. The youngster of the elementary school needs to be out with friends. He needs to exercise the new skill of making friends and resolving problems with your friends. Young kids fight and the next day they're friends again. So they have their own ways of resolving problems. The teenagers, two of the basic needs of teenager during this phase of life is increasing independence, increasing autonomy. They don't want to be with their parents, so they need to go out with their peers and school and learning and talking to teachers and talking to other adults. What is happening then? They're trying to find who they are. They're trying to establish a sense of identity. What am I good for? What can I contribute into this world as I am growing up? So, the seek for independence, the search for independence, and the search for identity, all these very important developmental milestones are being blocked by the restrictions of this pandemic. No wonder students are the most hard hit in this pandemic. And then work from home, another feature of this new normal. Suddenly, parents, especially the mother, is confronted with a difficult balancing act of managing multiple responsibilities. She has to do her work, she has to be a teacher to her children or assistant to the teacher, she has to see to it that there is food on the table, She has to see to it that the routines at home are all in order and in place. And look at this father scratching his head, looking at the increasing prices of commodities and wondering how long will my savings last. I have just lost my job. All stressful. And these are the common conversations we hear. My eyes are strained, my back aches from sitting in the corner for a long time, but I don't have a choice. Wala naman akong kwarto eh. This is the lament of many youngsters because a lot of Filipinos, maybe the majority of Filipinos, live in limited spaces. Then, problems of load and connectivity. Pa, wala nang load. Ma, walang signal. And parents complain the way that things are being done is just so rushed. We need more time to prepare. And one of my patients said this, school has just become a matter of compliance for me now, but I don't think I'm learning. I do my requirements, I submit them. I'm always late because I'm not really motivated, but I comply, but I don't think I'm learning. And this pandemic changed the way we experience loss, grief, and bereavement. When a certain member gets sick, especially of the COVID-19, he has to isolate himself at home, or if serious enough, will have to be hospitalized. And in the hospitals, no member of the family is allowed to visit. And hopefully the patient doesn't die, but in case of death, we're not able to grieve properly. We don't even see our dying loved ones when they die of the COVID-19. And therefore, grief becomes a complicated experience and remains floating around. Loss is a risk factor for depression, anxiety, post-traumatic disorders. The focus then was moved to the young people because of their mental health issues. This is one of the first surveys, 7,000 college students in China, almost 25% admitted significant anxiety ranging from severe to moderate to mild. Spanish students, university students, 2,500 admitted, 35% positive for anxiety, 48% positive for depression, 40% suffering severe stress. 12.5 admitted severe intrusion and avoidance symptoms, which are symptoms of post-traumatic disorder. In the Philippines are going through a difficult time trying to navigate the new school system. A group of students, they call themselves Student Solidarity Network to survive COVID-19. They issued a petition for the issuance of a memorandum order to implement other measures to address issues of accessibility, financial, physical, and mental stress amid the COVID-19 pandemic. In other words, they are pleading, do not measure us only on our the poor internet connection, the unavailability of devices, the new environment that is not conducive to learning, the effects of the COVID-19, like the continuing struggle with these online requirements, physical, mental, and financial stress. And this is a very recent report in collaboration with Southeast Asia One Health University Network. We participated in this, our UP Manila Health Center, led by some of our colleagues there, when the students of the National Capital Region were evaluated, examined in terms of stress, depression, anxiety, level of severity from moderate to severe. The NCR students, 19% admitted to high level of stress, 22% admitted depressed, 36% admitted anxiety, moderate to severe, and close to 26% admitted a heavy impact of the pandemic on their lives. When compared to other students, the numbers did not change much. But when compared to non-students, the numbers dropped by 50%. Attention to parents. Parents also are under stress. When the stress becomes chronic and overwhelming, the usual coping ability begins to collapse and burnout becomes a threat. And what are the signs of parental burnout? There is already a developing burnout or fully burnout, exhaustion in one's role as a parent, in contrast to previous parenting style of being very attentive and very loving to the children. Then instead of that, now feelings of being fed up with one's parental role, emotional distancing from one's children, and consequently depression, anxiety, substance use, child abuse, marital conflicts, partner estrangement, child neglect, violence towards one's children, all met with a lot of anxiety and guilt on the part of parents. How can we keep our family thriving in this uncertain future? How are the families handling this situation? I found this very inspiring quote. The COVID-19 pandemic indeed made our sky the darkest, but it is in the darkest nights where brightest stars shine. How did the family make their bright stars shine? The family dug deep into their creative and resourcefulness, ways to survive and thrive during this pandemic. The use of digital became a must in every family. And parents who did not know how to touch this even had to learn. I had to learn the Zoom. I hate the Zoom, but now I know this is what the only way we can connect to one another through this digital. So digital technologies became used to support teaching and learning in schools. There was an article I read of sixth graders in a Philippine school graduating using remote controlled robots. How creative. Mhm. Filipinos have very inspiring ways to win this battle thanks to the internet. They find opportunities to make extra money. We're aware of the growing numbers of plantitos and plantitas, not simply for the sheer joy of having plants around our homes and inside our homes, but also as an extra source of money. There's a lot of baked goods, arts and crafts, clothes being sold, going around in the social media. And the Filipinos are learning the importance of taking care of oneself. And this, the most important, significant act of kindness. A young woman set up a makeshift table made of bamboo and put food on that makeshift table, some grocery items, and put inspiring signs like magbigay ayon sa kakayahan, give what you can, kumuha batay sa kailangan, take what you need. And there was an article I read that the one man was getting, picking up from this table and suddenly stopped and returned some of the items and said, kawawa naman yung mauubusan. And then went home and after a while came back with some fresh eggs and contributed some fresh eggs. Magbigay ayon sa kakayahan, kumuha batay sa kailangan. Even our practice of our faith had changed. This is Pope Francis leading a prayer service in St. Peter's Square that is empty because of the coronavirus, but reaching the world through this new medium. The pandemic can be a place of conversion, the Pope is convinced. Even the way we practice our faith, we have learned creative ways in the live streaming of the sacraments. And one very important thing we realize is that our encounter with God are not only in sacred places like the church, but can also be in the confines of our own homes. Our homes can be a sacred place. Now, in the midst of all of these difficulties and trauma, there was some unexpected outcomes formulated by Tedeschi and Calhoun, fairly recent, 2004, what we now know as post-traumatic growth. What is this new thing? This post-traumatic growth challenges the notion that trauma inevitably leads to damaged, dysfunctional lives. It gave us a new framework and a new language to recognize the potential of trauma to transform people into positive ways. And this post-traumatic growth is a very powerful proof that humans are wired to grow as a result of hardship. Now, we said earlier that Filipinos are resilient. Is there a difference between resilience and post-traumatic growth? Yes, there is. Resilience is the ability to resist to be damaged by a critical event. It is the ability to recover quickly into our usual way of functioning, which makes us resilient because we bounce back quickly without being damaged. Post-traumatic growth, on the other hand, is more than that. We bounce back not to the original level of our functioning, but we become stronger, creating more meaningful lives. There is, in fact, a change in the way we live our lives, changes in our philosophy of life, finding meaning even from the uncertainties and the isolation. There is an increased appreciation for our existence, reflection on mortality, the meaning and purpose of life, what really matters in life. And there is a strengthening of spirituality, like in gratitude, the practice of gratitude, religious activities and rituals, even when they are done at home. Gratitude, what a powerful virtue. We sometimes forget this. But this morning when I woke up, my prayer of gratitude was the first thing I said because realizing that I woke up this morning and there are so many people in this world who really did not even wake up this morning. So gratitude. Now when I look at what's happening to the Filipino family, I am reminded of a traditional Japanese art called kintsugi. We know how beautiful are the potteries of the Japanese, but we don't often know that there is a traditional art where they don't throw away broken potteries. They mend these broken potteries into more beautiful and stronger pieces, mending them with gold and silver, producing a beautiful and strong piece. If we allow ourselves to follow the philosophy of kintsugi, if we allow ourselves to recover and survive the trauma of what's going on and develop post-traumatic growth, we will be more beautiful and stronger when we mend the fragments or the pieces that break in our lives. We mend this with the use of a lot of kindness and self compassion that we give ourselves and share with others. And with that, thank you very much, everybody.
As a gesture of our appreciation, may we present this plaque, the citation of which reads, "The University of the Philippines, Manila, the Health Sciences Center, awards this certificate of appreciation to Dr. Cornelio Banaag for sharing his insights as speaker during the 39th UP Manila Day and 42nd anniversary of the Health Sciences Autonomy, tugon ng hamon ng panahon, Universidad ng Pilipinas, given this 29th day of October 2021 at the University of the Philippines, Manila. Signed, Dr. Tammy De La Rosa, Chair of the UP Manila Foundation Celebration Committee 2021, and Dr. Carmencita Di Padilla, UP Manila Chancellor.
Before we recognize and honor all 240 service awardees, Joseph Eduardo L. Escoto IV from the College of Allied and Medical Professions will enthrall us and showcase his musical artistry that merited his being awarded as this year's Gawad Chancellor for Outstanding Artist.
Okay, so magandang araw po to everyone who's currently attending our UPM Foundation celebration. So please allow me to introduce myself. I am Yusuf Eduardo Escoto. I am a singer and a songwriter, and I am also currently an intern sa BS Physical Therapy in the College of Allied Medical Professions. So please allow me po a few minutes of your time para haranahan po kayo. So I'll be singing an original song. I've also released this po on Spotify and iTunes Music under the extended play or album entitled Interstellar. So pwede niyo po siyang pakinggan online. And the name of the song is Rainy Days. And tungkol po ito sa staying at home with your loved ones amidst the pouring rain and just generally enjoying your time together. So maraming salamat po. Here is Rainy Days.
Pitter-patter, pitter-patter, can you feel my heart beating? Pitter-patter, pitter-patter, there's a world out there waiting. A new adventure somewhere far away, maybe aboard a ship somewhere in outer space. But I don't want to have to waste my time outside all day. I'd rather stay at home with you and listen to the patter of the rain. Pitter-patter, pitter-patter, can you feel my heart racing? Pitter-patter, pitter-patter, though I'd rather be sleeping. We could go out and sail across the seas, or raid a temple full of chimpanzees. But every drop that falls just makes me fall in love with you. I'd rather waste the day away and spend the rainy day right here with you. If every day I spend with you means extra pairs of boots, I wouldn't mind. But hopefully it all subsides. I need a couple million things to buy. But every pitter-patter sings a lullaby that tells me not to leave. To pop a CD in the TV, snuggle up with you under the sheets. And it goes like a la 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 la. Do 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 do. Ha do be da ba do be da ba do. Ba 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 da ba 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 da ba da ba da. Da 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 da. Pitter-patter, ooh, pitter-patter, ooh. I'd rather stay at home right here with you. Ooh, I'd rather stay at home right here with you. And it goes like a la 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 la. Do 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 do. Ha do be da ba do be da ba do. rather stay at home right here with you. Ooh, I'd rather stay at home right here with you. With you.
Okay, so thank you so much for listening. Again, that was Rainy Days. And you can find it online at YouTube Music, iTunes Music, and Spotify, and other streaming platforms worldwide. So I guess that concludes my time here. Thank you so much for having me. Again, I'm Yusuf Eduardo. Please feel free to check out all my other social media accounts if you want to follow me. And maraming salamat po, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the event.
Dumako na tayo sa ating pinakahihintay, ang isa sa tampok na bahagi ng ating palatuntunan. Ating anyayahan ang HRDO Director na si Professor Richard S. Javier upang ipakilala ang ating mga service awardees.
Today, we honor our hardworking faculty, reps, and admin who have served our beloved institution and contributed to the success of the University of the Philippines, Manila for the past 20 to 45 years. It is my honor and privilege to present the Certificate of Award to our employees who have remained loyal and committed to helping the UP Manila realize its mission and vision. Allow me to read the citation of the certificate. The University of the Philippines, Manila, the Health Sciences Center, present this Certificate of Award to for the years of loyal service to the university, given this 29th day of October 2021 during the celebration of the 42nd Health Sciences Center Autonomy and the 39th UP Manila Day. Signed, Dr. Tammy L. De La Rosa, Chair, 2021 UP Manila Foundation Celebration Committee, and Dr. Carmencita D. Padilla, Chancellor. Thank you very much.
Ang paninilbihan sa universidad ng ilang taon ay kahanga-hanga na. Paano pa kaya ang mga taong higit pa sa kalahati ng buhay nila ay inilaan sa paglilingkod sa pamantasan at dito na nila tutuldukan ang kanilang serbisyo publiko? Upang ipakilala sila, inaanyayahan po namin si Dr. Arlene A. Samaniego, Vice Chancellor for Administration, upang ipakilala ang mga nagretiro.
At this point, we would like to present our retirees for 2020-2021 and give recognition to their dedicated service to the university. There are a total of 27 retirees, 19 members of the faculty, 6 administrative staff, and 2 reps. On behalf of UP Manila, we would like to thank you all for the unwavering and dedicated service and commitment to the University of the Philippines, Manila. Each one will receive a certificate of recognition, which reads, the University of the Philippines, Manila, the Health Sciences Center, presents the certificate of recognition to the retiree for the unwavering and dedicated service to the University of the Philippines, Manila, given this 29th day of October 2021 on the occasion of the celebration of the 42nd Health Sciences Center Autonomy and 39th UP Manila Day. Signed by Dr. Tammy De La Rosa, Chair of the 2021 Foundation Celebration Committee, and Dr. Carmencita Padilla, UP Manila Chancellor. Congratulations, retirees. Godspeed.
This recognition ceremony may never be truly enough to show how truly grateful the university is for all the hard work and sacrifices of our dear retirees and for offering the best years of their lives to UP Manila. Paano nga ba natin sila tunay na mapasasalamatan? Now that they are bowing out of the stage that is UP Manila that they once commanded, maaaring maramdaman nila na tila lilisan na sila sa ating mga alaala na kay bilis makalimutan na minsan ang minahal ay sila. Ngunit sa pagkakataong ito, ay ipapaalala natin sa kanila at sa lahat na hindi lamang sila minsan ang minahal, kundi ating mamahalin ng wagas.
Ano na lang yung isang sandali na makatikim ng pagmamahal, matapos ang luhang ipinagpalit. Ang sandali di naman nagtagal, ang yakap mo'y hahanap-hanapin. Akala ko'y ang mundo na ay akin, ngunit hindi pala ganyan. Kay bilis makalimutan na minsan ang minahal ay ako. Ano na lang yung kaunting pasakit, kung katumbas ay pagmamahal. Pag-ibig mo ay aking langit, kahit buhay ko'y handang isugal. Ang tinig mo'y aking awitin, habang ako'y kakailanganin. At kung ako'y iyong saktan, ito man ay gagawing dahilan, pagkat minsan ang minahal ay ako. Ang lingap mo'y hahanap-hanapin sa entabladong minsan ay sa akin. At kung ako ay malimutan, kahit sa awit ko man lamang, iyo sanang matandaan, bago tuluyang lumisan, na minsan ang minahal ay ako. Ang lingap mo'y hahanap-hanapin sa entabladong minsan ay sa akin. At kung ako ay malimutan, kahit sa awit ko man lamang, iyo sanang matandaan, bago tuluyang lumisan, na minsan ang minahal ay ako.
Maria Julieta Corazon, M. Victoriano Hermar, College of Medicine. A College of Medicine teacher for 18 years now, Dr. Victoriano Hermar developed innovation in clinical teaching and student evaluation. She designed simulation-based education modules using high-fidelity simulators and created low-cost alternatives to commercially available task trainers. She conceptualized the Lingkod Obas program that provided training modules on basic clinical skills to student volunteers from UP Manila. She introduced individualized learning plans to facilitate a learner-centered clinical rotation of students in obstetrics and gynecology. During the pandemic, she designed the UPCM OBGYN virtual learning simulation kits sent to the students nationwide. The kits included simulation materials for pap smear, pelvic exam, and episurography. These were supplemented by performance checklists and online workshops on virtual skills acquisitions. She has published research on clinically integrated e-learning courses and digital online courses for health practitioners. Trained on the fundamentals of simulation-based healthcare education, she heads the UPCM Clinical Simulation Center and is now laying its groundwork. Outstanding Researcher, Dr. Emmanuel P. Estrella, National Institutes of Health. Dr. Estrella is a practicing clinician in reconstructive microsurgery and a prolific researcher. From 2016 to 2020, he has published 7 scientific articles in reputable journals, 6 of which he is main author and which have received 54 citations. He contributes to maintaining the quality of published articles by being part of the editorial board of several journals. He is UP Scientist 1, 2015 to 2017. Promising Star Awardee in 2016 from Thomson Reuters, and one of the Asian Scientist 100 and one of the Asia's top 100 scientists. He has helped patients who sustained injuries to the brachial plexus as a result of accidents by decreasing the burden of injury, maximizing the return of upper extremity function, and returning to be productive individuals. Outstanding Faculty for Extension Service, Dr. Diana Tamondong La Chica, College of Medicine. Dr. La Chica's passion for patient safety and quality of care is exemplified by her involvement in formulating evidence-based standards of care and policies for hospitals, clinical practice guidelines on lifestyle interventions, COVID-19 living treatment, and adult sepsis, and the DOH Technical Working Group on the National Patient Safety Program. A stern advocate for primary care, she served in the Philippine Society of General Internal Medicine for years to ensure the integration of primary care in the internal medicine residency. Her active involvement and contributions in the DOH Drug Price Advisory Council on government policies and interventions on essential price reductions led to the signing of Executive Order 104 on the maximum drug retail price. Dr. Lachica spearheaded the patient query arm of the PGH Bayanihan Na Operations Center Hotline that has become an integral part of PGH services nationwide. Outstanding Research, Extension, and Professional Staff, or REPS. Maribel P. Kaasi, College of Nursing. She has demonstrated excellent professional growth as a college librarian by being a consistently sought-after resource person on how to redesign library spaces and implement library innovations. As a mentor of the International Network of Emerging Library Innovators, she presented collaborative projects and participated actively in the INELI ASEAN conferences in Singapore and Vietnam. She also joined the convening of Network and Emerging Filipino Library Innovators Cohort 1 in Thailand. She serves as a co-mentor for the NEFLI Cohort 2, a 3-year leadership training for public librarians in the country. She's credited for creating the College Library Manual and updating the history of the UPCN Library and its website. She developed the Virtual Information Direct Assistant, a virtual image that helps clients find useful references and answer queries via email and Facebook. Outstanding Administrative Employee, Level 1, Miss Annalisa M. Salazar, College of Public Health. Miss Salazar, an administrative assistant at the College of Public Health Department of Epidemiology and Biostatistics, consistently obtained an outstanding performance rating for the past 8 years, garnering her the CPH Best Administrative Staff Award in 2017. She was nominated in the Southeast Asia Ministers of Education Organization Service Award, which recognizes employees under the CIMEO network based in Bangkok, Thailand. She demonstrates high-quality standards in all her outputs, working effectively and efficiently with minimum supervision, such as in managing accomplishment reports and handling records and documents. She's considered one of the best arms of the department, especially during the pandemic. She creates and contributes to a work climate of trust, openness, and good relations. She believes in the value of improving herself and in attending trainings, seminars, workshops, and conferences for her professional growth. Outstanding Administrative Employee, Level 2, Ms. Celia Mendoza, National Institutes of Health. An Administrative Officer 5 at the National Institutes of Health's Philippine Eye Research Institute. Ms. Mendoza's work and contributions in the law creating the National Vision Screening Program included overseeing the process in the drafting of the law, participating and lobbying in congressional public hearings, and closely coordinating with both House of Representatives and Senate. She has been leading in efforts to assist the PERI Director in creating a technical working group and facilitating health professionals' consultation meetings and public forum for the drafting of the program's implementing rules and regulations, and securing funds for the NVSP budget for 2021, on top of the yearly 10 million pesos appropriations. Her outstanding performance ratings and unparalleled professional work ethics attest to the exemplary services she renders to the Peri now at 38 years. Outstanding Student, Mr. Leandro F. Salazar, College of Medicine. Leandro has been instrumental in organizing various activities, such as 7th Philippine Conference on Community Health, sa Bayang Patak Kontra Polio Vaccination Campaign, and the National Health Human Resource Master Plan. Through the State Medical Schools Alliance organization, Leandro also served as a medical student representative in the consultations of the RA 11509 or the Doktor Para sa Bayan Act. He is a college scholar and is well achieved in the art as a member of the UP Manila Classical Ensemble and a participant in several exhibitions with his clay sculptures. During the pandemic, Leandro served as a volunteer in the PH COVID-19 HCH group, an active member of Scientists Unite Against COVID-19, and helped in creating videos used by the Department of Health in information campaigns against COVID-19. Outstanding Student Organization, Mu Sigma Phi Sorority. Mu Sigma Phi Sorority has been engaged in various projects that benefited not only the members of the organization, but also communities in and out of UP Manila. These include the Health Education and Literacy Campaign that empowers healthcare professionals and patients, Children-Focused Health Initiative for Literacy and Development Caravan, and annual vaccine drive immunity. The sorority has also instituted pioneering online projects such as the Cine Gamutan, a series of animated lectures and their aging and longevity webinars and pediatric webinars. During the pandemic, the Mu Sigma Phi Sorority launched the COVID Diligence webinar series and Mu Relief COVID-19 operations that raised more than 4 million pesos for PPEs, disinfectants, and food packs for frontliners nationwide. The organization has been awarded the Dr. Fernando Sanchez 10 Outstanding Medical Student Organizations Award in 2021. Outstanding Artist, Mr. Joseph Eduardo Escoto IV, College of Allied Medical Professions. Mr. Escoto's artistry in music provides a much-needed breath of fresh air for a lot of people. He has demonstrated exceptional talent as part of the UP Manila Chorale, which rich voice as head of the tenor section of the UP Manila Chorale. The group was able to attain a sound that makes the UP Manila community proud. He has also performed in UP Manila events, helping provide these events with a sound that gladdens the soul. Mr. Escoto has also ably demonstrated a resilient spirit as an artist, as he has produced art even under the pandemic. Mr. Escoto has produced work that is available to the public in various social media. His original compositions demonstrate a mastery of craft and are worthy of admiration. Outstanding Athlete 2021, Mr. William Lara, College of Medicine. Mr. William Lara is a lifelong swimmer who has garnered awards from local, national, and international competitions. He received multiple gold, silver, and bronze medals from the Speedo G League and the Philippine Swimming Incorporated National Championships. In 2019, he was a participant in the Philippine Open Swimming Championships. As a former member of the UP varsity swimming team, he has represented the university in several University Athletic Association of the Philippines competitions, winning bronze and silver medals. In UAAP Season 80, he was recognized as the Student Athlete of the Year. At the College of Medicine, he was the batch valedictorian, and in 2020, graduated summa cum laude with a BS Sports Science in UP. He is the swimming coach of the Miriam College varsity swimming team.
I have often dreamed of a far-off place where a great warm welcome will be waiting for me, where the crowds will cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, "This is where I'm meant to be." I will find my way. I can go the distance. I'll be there someday. If I can be strong, I know every hour will be worth my while. I would go most anywhere to find where I belong. Where the crowds will cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, "This is where I'm meant to be." I will find my way. I can go the distance. I'll be there someday. If I can be strong, I know every
Salamat muli sa UP Manila Choral. Inyo lamang pinatunayan na hindi kailanman maaring hadlangan ng kahit na anong sakit o salot man ang kapangyarihang manghilom ng musika. Laging itutulay ng musika ang anumang distancing na dinudulot ng pandemyang ito. During live performances or even via the virtual platform, the UP Manila Choral never fails to lift our spirits with their God-given vocal instruments in perfect symphony. Ngayon naman ay ating tawagin sa ating virtual na entablado si Dr. Reynaldo H. Imperial, retirado mula sa College of Arts and Sciences upang magbigay ng tugon sa ngalan ng mga pinarangalan at susundan naman ito ni Dr. Maria Julieta V. Hermar na tutugon sa hamon ng panahon sa ngalan ng ating mga Gawad Chancellor Awardees.
Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Isang natatanging pagkakataon na magsalita sa ngalan ng mga nag-retire mula sa iba't ibang units ng UP Manila. Sa paglalagay ko, ako ang napili dahil ako yata ang pinakamatanda sa batch na ito ng retirees. Sa dahilan ako po ay teacher at researcher, sinikap ko na maabot ang ilan sa mga nag-retire at itanong sa kanila ang ibig sabihin ng retirement at kung ano ang mga balak nila sa mga pagkakataong malaya na sila sa masikip na schedule ng 8 to 5 p.m. ng trabaho at ang kanilang mga balakin upang maging tuloy-tuloy ang pagpapakita at ng kanilang pagmamahal sa pamilya at sa bayan. May ilan sa kanila ang nagsabi na dahil binigyan sila ng pagkakataong direktang makatulong sa mga gawain para maharap ang mga hamon ng COVID-19, ay di nila talikuran manggamot at nakatulong sa mga kababayang naghihirap. Sinabi din ng marami na naging masikhaya ang kanilang mga gawaing nakatuon sa opisina dahil ang mga ito ay nagpadaloy sa mga gawaing nagiging mahirap kung nakiisa lamang sila sa burokrasya ng new normal. Ang iba naman ay handa pa rin magturo dahil sa tingin nila ito ay isang bagay na higit nilang magiging mahusay na ambag sa buhay at sa kamulatan ng mga mag-aaral. Sa kanilang mga sagot, namutawi ang pasasalamat sa mga pagkakataong ito kasabay na hamon na pagbutihin ng mga gawi sa kanilang piniling occupation o trabaho kung mabibigyan pa ng pagkakataon. Ilan ang nagsabi na after retirement, magsasara isang chapter ng kanilang buhay, subalit ito ay di tuwirang pagtatapos. Liban sa reminder na palaging tingnan ang blood pressure at ang asukal sa katawan, ang mga retirees na ito ay nakakakita ng kanilang maaring ibahagi pa sa lipunan. Sinabi ng isang mahusay na doktor na di naman niya tatalikuran ng paggagamot sa isang banda at ang pagbibigay halaga sa pagkakataon para maipakita ang tunay na pagmamahal sa kanyang mga mahal sa buhay sa isang banda. Kasama ang interes niya sa mga apo at sa pagtuturo sa kanyang mga anak kung paano magagamit ang panahon at pagkakataon na sila ay magiging mabuting halimbawa ng mga mamamayang huhubog sa kabutihan ng kanilang mga apo. Sinabi naman ng isang eksperto sa pananaliksik na ngayon, mapipili na niya ang mga research activities na sadyang magbabadya ng mga kaalamang magagamit sa ating lipunan kasabay na ang pagtuturo sa mga mag-aaral na siyang gagamit ng mga resulta ng kanyang mga research. Karamihan sa mga naging sagot sa akin ay nagpatotoo sa kaibahan ng occupation o trabaho sa work o sa gawain. Occupation ang ating ginagawa kung saan tayo natututong pahusayin ang ating mga sarili at kung saan tayo nakakakuha ng sahod. So, tayo ay mga clerk, researcher, utility worker, doktor o teacher. Matatapos ang mga ito sa takdang araw ng ating retirement. Samantalang ang work o gawain ay isang pagkatakda na walang humpay na pagpapabuti sa sarili upang maging mahusay na kasapi ng isang pamilya, isang lunan o isang bansa. We therefore can say that if another person asks us what we are doing after retirement, we can say that we are persons working on being more generous and more enthused about what we do every day. After all, those inner qualities will define us long after we have retired from our respective occupations. We must not forget to do acts of service, maliit man o malaki, that will make some dents in the present conditions of our kababayan. Para sa ating lahat, ang totoong gawain ng pagpapabuti sa sarili at pagtulong sa kapwa ay walang retirement date. At ang makapagsagawa pa ng mga gawaing may sukdulang mga benepisyo sa mga kababayan natin, maliit man o malaki, ay hindi mawawalan ng saysay sa tuluyang pag-inog ng buhay. At ito po ang ating magiging tugon sa hamon ng panahon. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.
Sa pangunahing tagapagsalita, Dr. Cornelio Banaag, Chancellor Carmencita Padilla, mga Vice-Chancellor, mga Direktor at mga Dekano, ang mga punong abala at ang mga pinuno ng bawat komite ng Gawad Chancellor, mga kapwa na parangalan, mga kaguruan, mga kawani, mga mag-aaral, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Isang napakalaking karangalan ang mabigyan ng gawad na ito. 10 ng mga naparangalan para sa amin, ito ay higit na makabuluhan dahil gawad ito ng universidad na pinaglingkuran at minahal nating lahat sa loob ng napakaraming taon. Isa po siyang pagkilala na nanggaling sa mga taong kasama mo sa paglilingkod na ito. Tulad ng isang mahigpit na yakap na taos-pusong ibinibigay sa oras ng pangangailangan. Isa po siyang pagpupugay na matagal na pinangarap na kapag nakamtan pala ay hinahangad din na sana ay naging marapat. Matagal na po akong nagtuturo, kasing edad na po ng anak ko na si Joaquin, na 18 taong gulang na. Pinakamasaya po ako kapag ako'y nagtuturo. Iba po ang galak at kaganapan na dala nito. Sa dami po ng trabaho bilang manggagamot, mga gawaing administratibo, at iba bang posisyon, ang pagtuturo ang pinakagusto kong gawin. Lalo na nitong pandemya, mas naintindihan at naramdaman ko ang kahalagahan ng pagtuturo. Nitong nakaraang taon, ang bawat estudyante ay aming pinadalhan ng mga kahon na makakatulong sa kanilang kasanayan. Pagpapadama, pagdaranas, pagsasanay, pakikipagkapwa-tao, at paghuhubog. Iyan ang aking kwentong guro. Pagpapadama, base na din sa mga kwento at saloobin ng mga estudyante. Naintindihan ko na ang mga kahon ay naging daan para maipadama na iniisip namin sila at ang kanilang kapakanan. Naging daan ito upang maramdaman nila na layunin namin na sila ay matuto ng lubos. Pagdaranas, sa pamamagitan ng mga kahon, naranasan nila kung paano mag-examine ng kwelyo ng matres at kung paano kumuha ng sample para sa pap smear. Dinanas din nila kung paano makapa ang sanggol sa tiyan at kung paano magtahi ng sugat dala ng panganganak. Ang sunod na hakbang ay ang pagsasanay. Dahil nasa kanila ang kahon, kahit kailan ay maaari nilang gamitin ito upang magsanay kahit araw-araw. Nawa ay makatulong ito para balang araw sila naman ang magturo ng kanilang natutunan. Lagi kong pinapaalala sa kanila na isipin nyo na ang manika ay pasyente. Sana ay maging maingat at mapagtimpi. Kasama sa checklist na dapat ay magpakilala, magpaliwanag, at magpaalam sa bawat hakbang. Pakikipagkapwa-tao. Ito ang pinakamahalaga. Paghuhubog. Ito ang huling hakbang sa ating pagtuturo na sana ay maging mabuti silang manggagamot. Ang pandemya ang nagturo sa atin na ang mahalaga ay hindi lamang ang utak o galing, kung hindi ang puso. Sa bawat karangalan, madaming dapat pasalamatan. 10 ng mga pinarangalan, maraming salamat po. Una, ang may kapal na tumugon sa ating dasal. Ang ating pamilya sa lahat ng pasensya, pangunawa at suporta. Para ito sa ating mga magulang, ang aking ina, kapatid, asawa at anak, pati ng aking biyanan na isa ding guro. Pasasalamat sa mga nagturo at gumabay sa atin, na ang iba ay pumanaw na, ngunit nag-iwan sa atin ng mga aral at adhikain. Nais kong pasalamatan si Dr. Augusto Manalo, Dr. Henara Limson, at Dr. Erlinda Hermar. Marapatin din po ninyo na pasalamatan ko ang lahat ng aking mga guro sa NTTC-HP o ang Pansang Sentro ng Pagsasanay ng Guro sa mga propesyong pangkalusugan. Sila po ang nagbigay daan na maging tunay na guro ang inyong lingkod. Gusto din natin pasalamatan ang lahat ng mga kasama natin sa universidad at kolehiyo ng medisina. Sa aking departamento sa Obstetrics and Gynecology at sa Gynecologic Oncology, ang karangalan na ito ay karangalan nating lahat na nagsilbi sa pinakamahirap na yugto na ito ng ating buhay. Nais ko ding pasalamatan ang aking mga residente mula noon hanggang ngayon na kaagapay at katuwang ko sa pagtuturo sa mga estudyante. Maipagmamalaki ko po na sa UP Manila at sa PGH, ang mga fellows, residente at estudyante natin ay nagsisilbi ding guro sa mas nakakabata sa kanila at higit sa lahat sa mga pasyente na dapat maintindihan ang kanilang sakit. Ang gawad na ito ay para sa lahat ng estudyanteng nagbigay inspirasyon sa atin na paghusayan ang bawat gawain. Para po sa inyong lahat ang karangalan naming ito. Sa mga nakalipas na panahon, lalo na nitong nakaraang mga buwan, nakita ko at natutunan ko ang hirap na dinadaanan ng bawat kawani ng universidad. Ang pagtugon sa hamon ng panahon ay hindi madali. Ang pagsisilbi na hindi lamang dahil sa karangyaan, karangalan o kasikatan. Ang pagsisilbi na dala ng taus-pusong malasakit, dedikasyon, pagtatyaga, paninindigan at pagmamahal. Isa pong malaking karangalan na maging isa po sa inyo. Nais ko pong tapusin ito sa pamamagitan ng mga salita na sinabi ng aking guro na si Dr. Augusto Manalo, higit 20 taon na ang nakakalipas. Ang sabi niya, kung sa tinagal-tagal ng iyong pagdadalubhasa ay natutunan mong tumangis sa kahirapan at kalungkutan ng iyong mga kababayan, kung natagpuan mo sa iyong puso na maglingkod sa kanila nang kahit paminsan-minsan ay walang iniisip na katumbas na kabayaran, ikaw na marahil ang isa sa maitatanghal na tunay na bayani ng ating pangkasalukuyang lipunan. Muli, maraming salamat po at magandang umaga sa inyong lahat.
Parang makakahinga na tayo, Doc M, sa paghahanda natin para sa celebration na ito. Actually, this is the culmination of the activities and festivities which began last June pa. And which will end with this event marking the 39th UP Manila Day and 42nd year marking our autonomy as the Health Sciences Center. Pero before I forget, strictly speaking, this is not the last. Because in an hour or so, as we are enjoying our lunch, we will have a variety,
Variety show.
kung fun game show entitled Eat, Sing, Credible 2. Ang pinakakwelang game show sa UP Manila. Di ba, Doc Ems?
Tama, Doc Melfred. So a lot of laughs and prizes await us then. Sa puntong ito, ating tawagin ang tao sa likod ng matagumpay na palatuntunan ito. Walang iba kung hindi si Dr. Tammy De La Rosa, ang direktor ng Office of International Linkages at chair ng 2021 Committee on the UP Manila Foundation Celebration para sa kaniyang pangwakas na pananalita.
It has indeed been a very meaningful celebration of the founding of our beloved UP Manila, the National Health Sciences Center. Our congratulations go to all the awardees of this year's Gawad Chancellor Awards, and our gratitude goes to all the service awardees and retirees of UP Manila for their decades of service. The past 2 years have indeed been a challenge to the world, the nation, and our university. We were confronted with obstacles in health, society, and education, and we as a university met all of these and will continue to meet these with the determination and the bayanihan spirit that we are known for. We truly have lived up to this year's foundation theme, Tugon sa Hamon ng Panahon, Universidad ng Pilipinas, Manila. On behalf of the 2021 Foundation Celebration Committee, I bid you all mabuhay, keep safe, and see you on the other side of this pandemic.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tammy. Napakalaking pasasalamat natin sa ating chair, di ba, Doc
Oo,
Mel?
napaka-slave driver niyan.
At saka syempre, thanks to you.
And thanks to Doc Ems,
Yes,
of
and to
course.
all the members po of the committee.
Lahat po ng miyembro ng komite
Tama,
namin.
nagtrabaho po ng lahat, ang lahat ng sobra-sobra. And to lead us in singing and paying homage to our UP
Teka lang.
nating mahal.
Teka lang, Doc Ems, pwede bang mag-plug?
Sige na nga, show mo naman to, joke.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
5-6.
5-6 who?
5-6 days na lang.
5-6 days?
5-6 days. 56 days na lang before
Pasko.
Christmas.
Okay,
Yes, 56 days na lang po at Pasko na.
Ang corny mo. Pero
Sensya na
sige.
kayo. Basta, 56 days na natulog na lang, Christmas na. Kasi naman, ang inyong abang lingkod lang naman po ang naatasan na punong abala. Kaya, Doc Ems, you'd better watch out, you'd better not cry, kahit isama pa kita sa komite ng 2021 UP Manila Christmas Celebration, walang atrasan.
Ganon. Can I say no?
No, you can't. Dahil kumukuti-kutitap ang iba't ibang kulay ng Pasko sa UP Manila. And here are Miss Ima Castro and the talented Bayhana to give us a glimpse of the Christmas celebration that awaits UP Manila come December.
Do you see this little child asleep in a bed of hay? Take a look at this little child, peacefully dreaming away. High above this humble manger shines a star so bright. is more to this little child than meets the eye, much more to this child than we see. For this little child shall set the world free. He is heaven's gift to you. This little child asleep in a bed of hay. Do you know what this little child will grow up to be someday? He'll become a king like no other, and show us what it means to forgive. This little child will someday give up his life so we can live. There is more to this little child than meets the eye, much more to this child than we see. For this little child shall set the world free. He is heaven's gift to you and is heaven's gift to you and
Hi everyone, we are by Hannah. I'm Mel.
I'm Trina.
I'm Anna. It's that time of the year again, but it's definitely a lot more different and a lot more difficult.
Our hearts are with all of you who are especially missing the Christmas spirit with your loved ones.
So whatever you're working on, whatever is going on in your life, and whatever you're feeling right now, we hope this medley of well-loved Christmas songs brings you much joy.
Dito sa aming bayan, buhay ang Pasko. Kukutin ang mga ilaw ng Setyembre pa lang. Malamig ang simoy ng hangin. Simbang gabi
wonderland. Snow is glistening, what a beautiful sight. We're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is the new bird, singing a song as we go along, walking in the winter wonderland.
Pasko na naman, okay tuloy ng araw. Paskong nagdaan, tila pa kung kailan na. Ngayon ay Pasko, dapat pasalamatan. Ngayon ay Pasko, tayo ay mag-awitan. Walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he is Parson Brown.
He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no man, but you can do the job when you're in town.
That snowman Frosty, the snowman was a jolly happy soul, with a corncob pipe and a button nose and two eyes made out of coal. Porky ang baboy, malaki ang takaw. Tuwing sa araw ng Pasko ay tiyak na siya'y maging lechon. Tayo na giliw, magsalo na tayo. Meron na tayong tinapay at keso. Di ba Noche Buena sa gabing ito?
Let it snow, let it snow,
Di
let
ba
it snow.
Noche Buena sa gabing ito?
Let it snow, let it snow.
Let it snow, 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 let it snow. Walking in a winter wonderland.
Pasko,
Pasko na naman muli.
at wala pa rin,
At wala pa rin.
at wala pa rin,
At wala pa rin. At wala
pa rin tayong snow.
Ito po si Dr. Melfred Hernandez.
At si Dr. Emily Dicolen.
Merry Christmas, everyone! Maligayang pagkakatatag ng UP Manila at maligayang Pasko!
Sa